Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jake from today'siPhone.com, and here's your TIP Daily for December 6th, 2012. Okay, now it goes without saying that by far the biggest news of the day is the fact that Apple and T-Mobile here in the US have finally reached a deal. So T-Mobile will start selling Apple products next year in 2013. Now this is great news, and while the initial announcement was kind of vague, just Apple products, T-Mobile executives did later confirm that T-Mobile here in the United States would begin to officially offer the iPhone on its carrier after years and years of waiting, so this is great. It should be noted, however, that it's going to be a little bit different than it has been on other carriers. T-Mobile isn't really doing the whole subsidize the phone and then pay for like a data contract thing that the rest of the carriers here do. Instead, you're going to pay an unsubsidized price, or a price that's very much less subsidized than the other carriers are offering, but your data and voice plans will be significantly cheaper, so you have to pay more upfront, but then your monthly payments aren't as much. And then T-Mobile is also offering something where you can put a down payment on the phone and then pay the rest off in monthly installments, so that would kind of lessen the blow of the price of an unsubsidized iPhone, which starts at $649. So it's definitely a new way of doing things. It's interesting. I'll definitely be interested to see how this type of model does here in the United States when people are so used to $199, $299 cell phones and then paying $90 a month for your service. Now, speaking of the T-Mobile iPhone, an analyst over at RBC Capital named Amit Daryani has done some math, and he claims that if the T-Mobile iPhone launch goes anything like the Sprint iPhone launch did, about 20% of the postpaid T-Mobile customers will opt for Apple's iPhone, which means about 4 to 5 million iPhones will be sold on T-Mobile in 2013 if these projections are correct. Now, this is a huge number, and it's a great starting point for T-Mobile. It's the fourth largest carrier in the United States, so it definitely has a lot of catching up to do in terms of the big four, and this Apple iPhone is definitely going to help it out. Now, these numbers factor in the value plan, which is the unsubsidized phone for the cheaper contract price. So that's definitely interesting as well. Daryani also notes that iPads running on T-Mobile's network will be a huge asset to both Apple and the carrier. Apple will get a lot more money, and T-Mobile could get many more subscribers and a lot more money as well. So it seems like it's a great thing that T-Mobile and Apple have finally teamed up, both for the corporate companies and for us consumers. Okay, now speaking of the iPad mini, you'll be very happy to learn that iPad mini shipping times on Apple's online website have dropped down to just 1 week. Now, this is every version, both Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi plus cellular, 16, 32, and 64 gigabytes. So if you want to have iPad minis under your tree this year, it looks like you will have time. Okay, well, that's all the big news for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Your question of the day today is, you T-Mobile customers out there, are you willing to switch to the iPhone once it officially comes to T-Mobile? And if you are, how do you feel about this new value plan with a much larger upfront payment but then cheaper monthly installments? You can let me know in the comment section down below or on Twitter at TIP_Jake. Please don't forget the links to everything I talked about in this video in the description down below, so definitely check those out. And as always, for more news, views, and reviews, please don't forget to hit up today'siPhone.com.